entry barrier in your mind. We have automatically barrier in your mind. You need a focus on to obstacles on your mind. First of all, I need aware of get up in get up from the sleeps. So we have to know about, or we have barrier created. Our mind is stuck it in this situation and can't do this. In heart of situations, you can don't aware, but the situations is get up change. But you know that is all hope hopefully when a sun rise and the crescents arise, but the same situations. In these conditions, the brain and imaginations and reality in the same, but the situations we have struck in your mind. The mind is construct because they all have more conflicts, and they all have more ideas of negativity. So negative ideas is not actually minded. So basically the idea of the uh, you have to stuck, you have to ability stuck, but the you have make a enter barrier is main, enter the word of barrier and stop it to every conditions. So basically we make a barrier and they find out why we make a barrier. So barrier is basically the all of purpose you need to make a chance to away from uh, to get up this, to leave this situation. But this situation is the same. I think the automatically the nature is connected, but the way force and to get the and stuck, you need to emotionless and feel less and nevertheless to idea of the nature and creative. When you movements increase and barrier in your mind, when you fly a crow, it's just not a barrier, you can easily flew. But the mind of thoughts, it's easily drive yourself, it is easily drive your emotions, and easily drive your actions, and easily drive your speaking of the words, and easily describe your solution oriented so discoveries. But we have to barrier. Why we barrier created? Answer the keywords on yourself. Yes, I cannot do this. You're making the ideas of funnel can would be changed, and the also of the movements you will find the easily find the words exactly. When the mind is asleep in the modes, when the blank of the mind, you have to more ideas. You have to everything of your creations in your mind. But we have anti-barrier in your mind. Anti-barrier removes the restrictions and obstacles. When the we have to car stopped, we make a barrier. You know that computer train the barrier when a car stop on the way of motorway, and the motorway of headman and motorway of the controller automatically push the button and control and stop and stop your barrier creates when you exactly the card received, and the uh, management of the motorway, and exactly the turn of the button and they remove the anti barrier. It's just like a mind, and mind is stuck in the all of the negative thoughts and negativity of feelings, emotions. But I think you exaggerate and emotionally blackmailing your mind. So blackmailing your mind, your focus of level is down, and you uh, when you go to aware, you can't do this. But the mind in the struck of your heavy full thoughts. But in this situation, you have to wear clothes and go for morning walk and uh, go for focus on yourself. So we are making the barrier. It's just like a conditionful mind and can't do this perform the right way. Basically, we have just to push the button and uh, never imagine to push the button. That's the possibilities of the real the connective the solution. But my point of view, you have the only memorize the feed of some information, to some to smile and some to have to sadness moment and crying. because the feeded of information, be feeded of behalf on the emotions. We have some of the fear actions, those like a dog's action. We have bark, and when a dog barking and run away, you have a go away. The all of the moments of forces, you have go the run away. But the situation in here, the emotions of mind is the up is can't now about the imagine and dreams and reality. This is all the confusion and the same work of your mind as the situation and properly the same situation, but the proper of your thoughts and considers. We have to in the living of the imaginations and living of the dreams, imagine of living of the reality. But the condition is the uh, most of time they would be always the same. Or I think we have making the barrier and mindset barrier in the reality, in the imagination, in the dream. You would have to dream always working. You know that when we think in reality and mind stuck, when you dreams and the mind's flowing work, thoughts flowing work in your visualization, imaginations properly, real connected it your like imaginations of your dreams. So dreams we have to shape on words, we work on shapes. So dreams now about yourself to some of the actions needed and some of the words needed and some of the best reaction needed. Basically we are make entry barrier not in the same, but we have to create a remove the barrier and solution oriented created and click the button and they share it and they love it and the your barrier would be removed for watching this video.